OOPZILLA. Okay, they want us to find out what's this equation right here. Remember, we have the dashed lines right here. These are our 2 points. And also, this is the side that's true. I put a T for true on that side since I don't want to color it. So first things first, let's go ahead and try to find this equation. What I want to do is go ahead and use our slope equation. Say m is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Now the question is, what are these values? Well, right here, let's go ahead and say we're going to start right here and call this side over here x sub 1, y sub 1. And let's call this x sub 2, y sub 2 over here. So let's go ahead and fill in our pieces. Well, y sub 2 is 2. And this guy right here, x sub 2, is 3. And then we have right here, we have x sub 1, or let's start with the y sub 1. Y sub 1 is 5. X sub 1 is a negative 1, so I'm going to change that to a plus and put our 1 value right there. And let me check my notes to make sure I'm right on track. Absolutely on track with my notes. So when I do the math on this, I'm going to have a negative 3 over 4. So that is the slope for this guy. And look, it is going negative, so that's absolutely true. Now, let's pull out this equation. Remember this guy? Y minus y sub 1 is equal to mx minus x sub 1. Okay? Let's fill in the pieces. Let's go ahead and say we don't know what y is, but we do know this right here, this y sub 1. Y sub 1 is the number 5. So it's minus a 5 is equal to my slope, which is minus 3 over 4 times x minus this x sub 1. Well, what's x sub 1 is negative 1, so that's going to be a plus 1 inside right there. Okay, so now let's go ahead and I guess we can go ahead and just start multiplying stuff over here. It's going to be negative 3/4 x minus 3/4. Let me check my notes. Absolutely true. Move this guy across the equal sign. It's going to give me a plus 5 over here. And it's going to be just a y left over here. Now what I can do is I can go ahead and do the see-me method for adding these two guys together right here. So what I'm going to do is put him 5 over 1. Okay, so now when I do that, I'm just going to go ahead and start writing stuff down. This is the first part of it with the slope. And now I'm going to have plus or minus, I don't know, but I'm going to put a line there. This time this is going to give me a negative 3. This time this is going to give me a plus 20. This time this is going to give me a 4. So I'm going to be dealing with a 17 over 4. So let's reduce that to 17 over 4. Okay, now with that said, I'm home free. I have a basic equation. I have an equation right here for these points and stuff like that. Okay, actually 17, sorry. I said 17, wrote 14. Okay, so now let's do this. Let's find out what's the deal with this. Is it going to be in this direction or is it going to be in this direction? That's what we're trying to find out. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and just pick a direction. You have to start a direction. One's right and the other's wrong. Okay, so now let's go ahead and use a test point right here. I'm going to test over here, or actually they said this side is true. This side is true. Well, if this side is true, I'm going to have to find out. That means that this side is supposed to be false, right? Okay, so that's at 0, 0. I'm doing a little bit reverse logic, but you'll get it. So now if I say 0 is greater than, that's going to be a 0 also, because I'm putting x in for 0, a plus 17 over 4. Okay, 0 greater than 17 over 4? I think not. That is not true. That means it needs to go most likely in the other direction. This direction right here. Okay? It needs to go in this direction because 0 is less than 17 over 4. So that means this is the correct answer for this problem right here. Alright? And that's it. OOPZILLA.